back in Saudi Arabia, and the one name we're titling this event is Super ShowDown. Talk about lazy names for international pay-per-views.
Game changer in every sense of the word.
What a coincidence that we cut to Triple H upon hearing Corey Graves say game changer.
Battles.
Damn it, Thanos, stop snapping everything away with your Infinity Stones. Although, while you're at it, could you snap away the previous WWE event to be held in Saudi Arabia, please? As well as the first time we had a Super ShowDown in Australia?
50-man battle royal.
For what? Oh, that's right, for nothing. A more appropriate tagline for Triple H facing Randy Orton would be because reasons instead of unfinished business, as these two don't even have unfinished business. Also, if we're about to label this match as personal, it's only because Hunter and Randy started making testicle jokes, which is dumb, but still not as dumb as the first Super Showdown, where The Undertaker labeled his match with Triple H personal, all because Shawn Michaels picked Hunter to win instead of him. Okay, these taglines have way too many puns in it.
For the first time ever.
If we went back in time to 15 years ago, I'd be hyped for this match. Nowadays, not so much. No one asked for Goldberg versus The Undertaker. Also, this match exists.
Our first match will be your last.
Should be your last, too. Jesus, hang it up already. It's completely pointless to keep destroying your own legends all the time. I'm gonna give a sin for WWE being too lazy to find another theme song for the Super Showdown and bringing back the same theme from the Greatest Royal Rumble. However, I'm removing a sin because I fucking love When Legends Rise by Godsmack. Should have been the theme for WrestleMania if I'm being honest. Come on, the last time we were in Jeddah for the Greatest Royal Rumble, we at least had a kick-ass stage. This is the same stage from WrestleMania 35, except with no curves on the edges. Using a theme song from a previous event? Check. Using the same stage from a previous event? Check. Using the same name from a previous international event? Check. Looks like Seth Rollins was going to go to the Quantum Realm to try and get away from this pay-per-view event before realizing he was wrestling first. Also, second consecutive WWE event held in a stadium to kick off with the Universal Championship. Why are we putting the damn world titles first these days? Bad idea if you're trying to give them more prestige. These two kids to the left are looking in the wrong direction. Seth Rollins is behind you guys, on your left. WWE is a dick to Seth Rollins by playing the promo package for this match during his entrance. Stop doing that.
Has dreamed about being champion for months.
If Baron Corbin has been dreaming about being the Universal Champion for months and months, why did he wait until now to actually get a shot at the title?
A Money in the Bank winner.
And a Money in the Bank loser, too, might I add.
Be interested to see if, just like that, if...
Baron Corbin actually believed that a simple slap would be enough to weaken Seth Rollins even if his ribs were injured. You gotta do better than that, dumbass.
A former Golden Gloves boxing champ.
Michael, we already had to sit through Greg Hamilton announcing the long-ass accomplishments of Baron Corbin. We don't need to hear it from you, too.
Drop kick by Rollins.
Once again, I have to throw in additional sins for Seth no-selling his injured ribs. After hitting that high drop kick and literally landing on the injured ribs, Seth should be in a lot of pain and not back to his feet that quickly. Seth is a great wrestler, but really needs to learn how to freaking sell injuries.
Look to cash in on Corbin here.
Dude, AJ Styles never learned from making that mistake, but even Seth believes that leaping onto the ropes with his opponent right in front of him is a good idea. I'm throwing in 5 sins because Baron spends a majority of this match yelling at the referee, which is what ultimately cost him the victory and the title. Baron is a moron.
Championship and forces you to use your core.
Really? Seth is still fresh on the early goings of the match and Baron believes he'd be finished that easily? Can someone explain why people root for this guy? Oh, they don't? Oh, alright then.
Rollins is sucking for air.
Doesn't look like he's doing that at all, Michael.
On Rollins, kick out again at 2.
That was clearly a kick out at 1, but of course the referee and Michael are going to ignore that, as usual.
Exactly, count on every...
Stop it already!
He did win a fatal 4-way elimination match.
That wasn't even a fatal 4-way elimination match. Sure, it was billed as one, though Baron pinned The Miz to win without having to eliminate Bobby Lashley and Braun Strowman.
Rollins able to land on his...
What a devastating kick to the air. Use the Quantum Realm, briefly go back in time, and hit that kick properly, Seth. By the way, it took 2 events in Saudi Arabia for them to realize that the fans should really be in the front row since they're actually paying attention to the action. Sure, this crowd was dead at times, but it was still an improvement over the last 2 events.
How many times do I have to tell you?
You shouldn't be telling him at all. As a matter of fact, this is pissing me off so much that I'm throwing in another 10 sins. Baron likely would have won the match if he spent more time focusing on Seth and less time yelling at the damn referee. Baron Corbin is a complete moron in this match. Using the chair to get yourself disqualified only works if you're the champion. Then again, he wouldn't know about that.
Who do you think you are?
I'm removing a sin for this moment, mainly because of Baron's hilarious look of shock once the referee starts yelling back at him. Anyone else notice that shocked look?
Corbin with an end of days.
Post-match assault.
In his sights.
3 more sins removed for Paul Heyman collapsing to the floor. Even more funny than the time Dave Bautista tripped on the ropes at WrestleMania 35. Surprised Brock has any Lesnar's left after all these low blows. While I am satisfied that Brock Lesnar got the ass kicking he so rightfully deserved, I truthfully think Seth should have waited until Brock cashed in his briefcase before actually hitting the low blow and attacking with a chair. That way, Seth would keep the Universal title and Brock won't have the Money in the Bank briefcase that he never should have won in the first place.
Andrade has the number of...
Andrade does have Finn Balor's number over the last few weeks. However, Andrade is not facing Finn Balor at all tonight. He's facing the Demon, a creature Andrade does not have the number of. Previously on WWE. The amazing paint, the army of demons, and even the snow. Holy shit, this was an awesome entrance from the Demon. I'm glad that this event at least had some good entrances. The Demon likely ran halfway down the ramp knowing it would be too long to crawl down. Too much tongue hanging out.
Another one.
Paying homage to...
Oh sure, they're referring to this as Andrade paying tribute to Eddie Guerrero despite referring to it as mocking Eddie Guerrero 3 months ago. Pick a side, assholes. Due to the fact that it was extremely hot in Jeddah tonight, I truthfully believe that Demon should not have competed given his paint is melting away like ice cream in the middle of a sunny day. Meanwhile, on this far side of the stadium. Also, WWE shows this camera view way too many times throughout this near 4-hour event, and it's getting annoying with every time. Also, we're already watching this on TV. Now you want us to watch what we were already watching on a screen above the ring?
Aggression, he's hard to stop.
What kind of replay is this? All it shows is the Demon sitting on the ground with Andrade's legs in the air. The fuck?
Listen to that.
This is not even a replay. This is just a second camera view of what's currently going on. That's the second replay attempt failed. In a row. Holy crap, this is bad. Andrade successfully connected the Tornado Reverse DDT the first time, so he figured the Demon would not be able to counter the second time. Bad idea.
Again, to retain the title on a kick.
Wasn't really a kick out. Andrade simply rolled his shoulder off the mat. He never kicked at all. I think the sole reason why Andrade is handling the Demon easier than anyone the Demon's faced since Seth Rollins in 2016 is because with every bit of paint that wears off, the Demon becomes weaker and Finn Balor himself takes over. There's the secret to defeating the Demon. Get the paint off. That's the source of its power.
Back to his feet, Andrade now across.
Not gonna lie, that was cool to watch. Awesome move from Andrade. Andrade is clearly on top of the Demon, but for whatever dumb reason, the referee is ignoring that instead of counting the pinfall. The Demon's shoulders are down, too.
Salt landed on his feet, came through.
Doesn't look like the Demon's knees were effective enough to counter Andrade in that exchange. Come on, guys.
Oh my God! Sunset flip.
As much as it would cause a lot of pain to the Demon, if Andrade had successfully connected the Sunset Flip powerbomb to the floor outside, it would have been an awesome moment and add bonus points to this match's quality. Also, why the hell are the commentators complaining about the near 100-degree heat they're supposedly enduring when they are clearly being cooled off by that obvious air conditioner literally sitting beside their desk right there? Also, I know WWE can't have the ring be air conditioned because that would cause the mat to get more solid and risk injury on the wrestlers. But you couldn't at least have air conditioners on each of the 4 corners of the floor surrounding the ring so that there could be a small bit of cool air in the area? Alright, that counter was brutal. I'll give the Demon that. Stomping Andrade's chest in when Andrade is trapped on the hardest part of the ring. Jesus, more brutality. Now this match is getting more and more awesome. Hope it keeps up with that throughout the rest of the time they got.
The claims Andrade's
To somehow...
Another great counter. I'm actually amazed that we had a very good match for once during the Saudi Arabia events. Even if it was randomly created, I applaud the performance of Andrade and the Demon. WWE begins to hype up the 50-man Battle Royal despite the fact that it's not scheduled to happen for another 2.5 hours. Hate it when they do that. Promote what's coming up next, not what's coming up in a few hours.
Main event at WrestleMania.
Does anybody even remember that anymore?
Roger cements his legacy.
Insert name of wrestler intends to cement their legacy in a match that's not even gonna do that sort of thing, cliche.
My 24/7 title.
Which somehow was not even involved in this show. As a matter of fact, we all know that R-Truth was on the plane heading into Jeddah, but for whatever reason, neither Truth nor the 24/7 championship is in the Battle Royal or a part of this damn show. That was a missed opportunity to have an epic moment where the 49 wrestlers try and pin him at one time.
Who changed the landscape of WWE?
Roman Reigns didn't change anything. Aside from punching Mr. McMahon, which almost everyone has done these days, Roman didn't change anything else. I don't count the wild card because that was all Vince.
What man hits another man's father like that?
Hypocrisy. Shane McMahon dollars.
The
Skip! There was honestly no point in having Drew McIntyre in Shane McMahon's corner even despite everything that's been going on. Just makes it boring, honestly. Drew should just be here to compete in the 50-man Battle Royal instead of being Shane McMahon's bitch. Also, Drew McIntyre gets his own entrance despite only being in the corner for one of the competing wrestlers instead of competing himself.
This relationship is a bit different than just being friends.
What, you think they're getting it on or something? Not that there's anything wrong with that, I'm just saying Shane's married.
Making himself...
Drew's addicted to the stairs.
Here comes the...
Oh, shut up. I honestly don't know how much more of that annoying catchphrase from Michael Cole I can take.
situation is...
May have already seen this at WrestleMania, but it's still awesome to see the pyrotechnics explode for Roman Reigns when he does that. Unfortunately, the pyro was sadly late for that party, so that sin I just removed is getting put back.
Scheduled for one fall.
Greg Hamilton introduced Shane McMahon and even introduced Drew McIntyre, but then suddenly remembered he forgot to announce this match being set for one fall. One fall! Whoa, what the hell? I didn't even try to say that. My mouth just automatically yelled that. What the hell?
Super ShowDown right out of the gate.
Roman Reigns easily fell for Drew McIntyre's distraction, and of course, typical McMahon action as usual.
Also wonder about the official.
Roman reacted to Shane's punch a little too late.
McMahon already bending some rules.
Shane didn't bend any rules. Whatever Drew McIntyre does is on him, not on Shane. Shane took advantage of a distraction. Nothing against the rules about that.
Back to the steel cage match. The officials allowed Shane to get away with a lot.
That's because there are no freaking disqualifications in a steel cage match, you buffoon. Chokes, usage of chairs, and escaping were all legal. The rope breaks, however, you're right on that. But that's about it.
That he slipped away from the Miz.
Michael Cole still refers to Shane escaping the cage as slipping away from the Miz. Well, the only thing that slipped away was Shane's shirt. But once again, escaping the cage is all part of the freaking match!
And he's the kind of guy that updates his own Wikipedia page.
But the one...
Will you guys please stop fighting about Shane and Wikipedia pages, and please just call the action of this match?
Down. Shane trying to lock it in.
Shane's already got the triangle choke locked in. Don't you just hate it when the commentators say a wrestler's trying to lock in a submission, well after the submission is already locked in?
And now Shane with a big right of his own.
That was clearly Roman who connected that punch, not Shane. How does Michael confuse the two apart?
Around.
Shane is addicted to Roman's reigns.
And Shane with a spin.
Copy Reigns infringement.
But a right hand drop.
Oh, come on. Shane's poor selling of the punch and the slow way the referee was accidentally hit ruined the pace of the match.
Official. And McIntyre. He didn't see it. And Shane.
Victory due to outside interference is always a sin. No offense to Shane McMahon, but a simple defeat over Roman Reigns isn't enough to warrant a fireworks celebration in my opinion. He didn't win any big-time match or anything at all. Oh great, now we're going to be sitting through temperature measurements during pay-per-view events. Totally what we needed.
3 blind mice.
The promo Lars Sullivan made for his debut match on the main roster involved a freaking 3 blind mice. To many, that is full of cringe. To others, sadly, it's such good shit! Also, it took 2 damn months before Lars actually had even one match on the main roster since his debut, dragging on forever. Having the Lucha House Party take on Lars Sullivan in a 3-on-1 handicap match should honestly be a match where all members are in the ring at one time, because this just looks like an easy task for Lars.
God.
Get out of the way.
The awkward way Lindsay Dorado landed from Lars' shoulder tackle.
Lars,
I could feel that thud.
Oh no you didn't, Renee. Come on, Lars Sullivan may be labeled as a freak, but he's not that big, you know.
A hush is falling over the stadium.
That's because the crowd is less than interested in this match at all, just like nearly everyone else watching at home.
130 pounds.
How many groins are going to get damaged tonight? Good lord, in nearly every match so far, there's at least one of those occasions.
Dorado trying to take out Lars.
This match wasn't interesting anyway. Oh yeah, and post-match assault too. Just wanted to add that in to get it over with, knowing full well Lars is going to recover and kick their asses. That one moment when the post-match assault into the entrance round was far more entertaining than the poor 5 minutes we had to endure with a handicap match. This promo package leading into Triple H taking on Randy Orton is just a rehash of their previous encounters with no connection to the present-day situation, which is stupid. Also, since this match was basically created because reasons, why do we even need to have a promo package hype? That should only qualify to the matches that actually had build-up, which of course isn't saying much about the show at all.
Everything evolved.
In this transition shot, most people are talking about the fact that Triple H has hair in one shot and no hair in the other, but what I noticed was the fact that Hunter shrunk in between shots. Randy Orton's vintage pose along with the fireworks display was awesome, no doubt, another cool entrance. As usual, Triple H rules with entrances, bringing back his motorbike while wearing the half-skull face mask, and to top it off, a big shout out to the NXT brand by wearing the NXT logo on his jacket. Another awesome callback to this massive rivalry, Hunter doing his poses on the ropes while Randy stares on like a shadow in the darkness. So, is Randy Orton paying tribute to Spider-Man with those spiderweb-like lines on his trunks or something? I thought he was a Viper.
Want to talk about the Legend Killer?
By this point, it is extremely awkward and also very dark to refer to Randy Orton as the Legend Killer, considering he is one himself.
It's about legacy.
Wah, wah.
Big moments there.
Just wrestle and stop staring at each other already. I don't want to play the Jeopardy theme more than once here. I don't count the rows of tweets as a sin anymore ever since dropping the Twitter sins, but I can't resist bringing this up. We had a row of tweets pulled up, only to show just one tweet. Just one! I guess that just goes to show how many people were actually interested in this match.
365.
The security guard heavily against the fans touching the wrestlers, which is good on some occasions, but treating it like it's a criminal offense? Come on, man, lighten up! Probably should have removed the protective covering off the announce table first before trying to put Hunter through it. Or try putting him through the other announce table if this one is so indestructible. Too much posing and too much staring. This match has too much of all of that, and it's pissing me off. Got your beard.
And he sends Triple H into the corner. Once again.
Conversations during matches, and hasn't Hunter learned after all these years that trying to hit a move like the pedigree so close to the ropes is the worst idea in wrestling?
Hey man, DDT!
While Randy definitely had great airtime with that dropkick, he unfortunately missed Hunter completely, which made Hunter selling a little bad. This match drags on for 25 minutes, likely because of all these poses, stare contests, and refusal to take advantage when the opponent is down.
Triple H trying again.
Hunter failed to get a successful pinfall against Randy, so he figures pinning him again would do the trick. Big mistake. Honestly, Randy can easily get out of the crossface by simply slipping his head underneath. Not too difficult.
The reason he became called.
The reason he became called? Man, Michael Cole's grammar's way out tonight, isn't it? Also, what's the point in ever hyping up the pun kick if Randy is obviously never going to hit it? It's stupid, it's unnecessary, and he shouldn't do it unless he actually uses the pun all the time.
Triple H!
Hunter tries literally 4 times to put Randy through the announce table, and fails every single time. So for every embarrassing fail that takes place, here's an additional sin. 4 in total. Hunter's why did I waste my time trying to put Randy through an obviously indestructible announce table face? As much as this match dragged on, that finish in RKO was indeed out of nowhere and a great way to end the match. These two can still put on a cool performance. That championship is upside down, kid.